Soupy Twists. Hello, 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 and far more interestingly, welcome to this, the third and quite possibly final live Soupy Twists show. An hour of comedy sketch heaven packed with exclusive unused material from Sir Stephen Fry and Hugh Laurie, CBE.
That's Sir Stephen Fry.
Yes, everybody goes, Sir Stephen Fry.
Sir.
I did say Stephen Fry, but I apologise. I should of course have said Sir Stephen Fry and Hugh Laurie, Quebec. Yes.
Jem, my colleague,
Hello.
Jem Roberts. How about you explain to the lovely people gathered here this afternoon who've been kind enough to give us their time, how about you explain what the frigging heck is going on?
Sounds fair enough. Well, when the great Fry and Laurie allowed me to become their official biographer way back in 2017-ish, the former colleague was kind enough to gift to me the entire contents of his hard drive.
The comedic contents.
Yes, only the comedic contents of his hard drive. They went straight from his hard drive to this MacBook right here. Honestly, on this hard drive here, it is absolutely teeming with Fry and Laurie sketches that nobody had ever heard of before. All the songs, jokes, vox pops and sketches written by the two colleagues throughout the 90s that never saw the light of day in any form, live, on TV or in print.
Until you came along.
Until, as you say, I came along. But there was just so much of this bloody stuff, acres of top quality comedy squirreled away for 30 years or more, that there was more than I could put into the book, Soupy Twists, or indeed into any live show. I performed two completely distinct 90-minute long Soupy Twists live shows in London and in Bath in 2018 when this book first came out, and I thought that by now all the most performable sketches would be used up.
But judging by the reams of script we've got and we're reading right now, you were a complete prick to think.
And not a chump to be so pigging presumptuous.
Thick as shit for such shoddy presumption.
Yes, okay, fair enough, I was wrong. For tonight, to celebrate the relaunch of the book in paperback form, which has taken a lot of hard work, and indeed the all-new audiobook version as performed by me and my colleague here, Kris Dyer, we present a completely new hour or more of unseen Fry and Laurie jokes, aided and despicably abetted by the glorious Josie Mae-Ross. Let's hear it for us! Receiving applause and cheering and all that.
So, you need to say that either Sir Stephen Fry or Hugh Laurie wrote these very lines that I'm saying right now.
Well, maybe not that specific one, no.
Oh, what about this one?
No, we didn't do that line either. But let's just move strictly to the rhythm and get on with some long-lost, a bit of Fry and Laurie, vox pops.
I'm a baby. Unfortunately, I was born with a strange disease called stim-tirum-tum-tum, which means that I look and sound like an adult, even though I'm only 20 minutes old. It's very rare, but strangely enough, it's also quite common. Muriel Gray has it.
We live, don't we, in an increasingly age where once the village post office, a mug of Horlicks, Bing Crosby songs and a Kenneth More film were the only things the average Briton had to fear. These days, every alleyway can conceal a threat, every encounter a violent confrontation, every telephone call an erotic nightmare. Arnold.
Have you ever come across the phrase, "Purple are the gardens that lie around my house"? No? Yellow are the houses that lie around my garden? No?
I do this job because I loves it. How many people can say that? Less than a dozen, I fancy rotten. With every year that goes by, Britain's traditional craft skills are dying out, little by surely. Only men like me, Keith Watay Hay-Hi, keeps them alive. So a chair is what we're going to be making today, with God's good blessing and a following wind. And some wood.
I looked out of my window this morning and I realised that the whole country had moved to the right. Not by much, but enough to be worrying.
So, I went to view the place, and it was quite nice. So I said, I'll take the room. which was when they pointed out that I was 28 and healthy, and it was a hospice for the over 90s, which I thought was rude.
Now, I'm afraid that we've now got to ask you to do a little bit of work, boys and girls, and help us a bit. Use your imagination, as it were.
That's right, Jen, because for the purpose of this next sketch, ladies and gentlemen, we want you to imagine that we are both naked.
Yes, I'm sorry to have to ask this of you. Speaking for ourselves, Kris and I really wanted to go the whole way and actually be naked for this one, but unfortunately we ran out of money.
That's right. The budget simply wouldn't stretch that far. Never mind.
Now, to help you build up the picture in your minds, I should tell you that the sketch is set in a church.
That's right. Jem, my colleague, will be playing a bishop.
And Kris, my colleague, will be playing the organ.
The organist.
What?
I'm the organist.
Oh, the organist, yes, but you'll be playing the organ as well.
No, the
surely.
organist. That's the whole point. I play an organist who can't play the organ.
Oh, God, I'm sorry. Have I ruined it?
Yes, frankly.
Oh, I'm sorry, ladies and guys.
It's all ruined. You better stop imagining that we're naked.
No, just stop, hold it.
Hold.
Forget about that. It's all my fault. I'm sorry. Damn!
Oh, well, let's do this one instead.
Bamford. Come in.
Thank you, sir.
So, Bamford, first day at St. Gray's, eh?
Yes, sir.
Getting on all right?
Not too bad, thank you, sir.
Not too bad, thank you, sir. Not too bad, thank you, sir. Good. You'll find it strange at first, I dare say.
It's a bit hard to find my feet, sir. Yes.
Really? Well, we'll have to do something about that. Some sort of name tape sewn into them may help. But the first few days are always a little bewildering.
Yes, sir.
Mind you, Bamford, if you were to believe everything you read on the television, you'd think new boys spent their days being roasted in front of fires and having dessert fruits pushed up their... There couldn't be less truth in that, could there, Bamford?
No, sir.
No, sir. Quite right. Schools like ours have survived because they've moved into the modern age, Bamford. Progress, Bamford.
Sir?
Progress isn't a dirty word, you know. Arse is a dirty word. And so, to some extent, is labia. Learn that, Bamford. Learn and obey.
Yes, sir, I will.
But progress is the towel that rubs us dry. Each soft cotton flick of progress can penetrate the darkest, dampest corners of our mired and filthy selves and polish us clean.
I didn't know that, sir.
Well, Bamford, now you do. Good. Oh, good. First class. Fine. Splendid. Excellent. Excellente.
Was there anything else?
Yes, actually, indeed, there was anything else. There's a rumour going around the lower fourth that you have an uncle who is a member of Parliament.
Yes, sir.
A Labour member of Parliament, Bamford.
Sir?
Now, on the whole, boys are a pretty healthy, tolerant and forgiving lot, Bamford, but they can be cruel. You can answer this next question with perfect frankness. It won't transgress that schoolboy code we masters know and respect so well. Have you been teased at all about this unfortunate relationship?
Well, sir, not teased exactly. More sort of punched in the face repeatedly.
I see. I'm sorry you saw fit to sneak on your schoolmates, Bamford. That disappoints me. I shall overlook it this time.
Thank you, sir.
You're a new bug, after all. Do you know why they've been ballyragging you?
I must say I'm a bit puzzled by it, to be frank, sir.
Well, you see, in my history and general study lessons, I sometimes speak about socialism, and I expect that's made something of an impression on your classmates. Their political zeal may have got the better of them.
Oh.
You see, I tell the boys, Bamford, and this may come as quite a shock to you, that while socialism is all very well in practice, it doesn't work in theory.
I didn't know that, sir.
Yes, quite a thought, isn't it?
And that's why they punch me in the face repeatedly.
Well, Bamford, they know that the real evil of socialism lies in its treatment of people as units. It discounts the individual, Bamford. It's the grey, dull uniformity of it all.
Yes, sir.
And the... Have you got your top button undone, Bamford?
Oh, yes, sir.
The top button to be done up only on crimson days or on the Thursday preceding Exiats, otherwise the middle button, unless you have a note from matron to say you have a verruca, in which case the bottom button may be done up, but only if the left sock is rolled halfway down between patella and Achilles tendon on a line previously drawn by Mr. De Vere.
Sorry, sir, I forgot.
Right, don't let it happen again. Where was I?
Grey, dull uniformity of it all, sir?
Yes, exactly. Regimented lines of soulless automata, putting state before self, sacrificing everything for the good of the state. It's a nightmare. That's the drawback of socialism. It discounts the what, boy?
The person, sir?
Not the person, no, the individual. Get it right. The individual is paramount in any political system. Your hair is 2/3 of an inch over the collar. See Mr. Bataris for a licking. Individualism is all. All right, Bamford, that's all. We shall all make a mighty effort to overlook your uncle for the moment.
Thank you, sir.
Good. And cheer up, eh? I know you'll do your best, what?
I'll try, sir.
That's right, boy. For the good of the school, eh? For the good of the dear old school. After all, we can point with pride at our history as the finest comprehensive in Kidderminster. Can't have you letting the side down. Off you go.
Thank you, sir.
Oh, and send in Corbin Minor, will you? Thwack, 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 thwack.
Good evening. Chief Inspector Venice, Burnham CID. May I come in?
Of course you can, dear. It's your house.
You stupid woman, you stupid bloody woman, come back here. Are you mad? I could be anybody. I could be a maniac.
You're my husband, dear.
How do you know that? I mean, how do you know that? Have I produced any identification?
No.
Exactly.
But
Ask to see my warrant card.
may I see your warrant card?
Certainly, madam. Very wise precaution, if I may say so.
Good. Now, do you...
Well, look at it. Come on. You haven't even looked at it. Jesus, I could have bought this in Whitechapel for all you know. I could be a maniac with a fake warrant card.
All right. Chief Inspector Venice, Burnham CID. Now, come in and have your dinner, dear.
Come in? Where?
The kitchen?
I'm sorry, I have no authorization to enter the kitchen.
You don't need it, dear. It's your kitchen.
You know perfectly well I can't enter our kitchen without your special permission.
Well, you have my permission.
Haven't you forgotten something, dear?
What?
We agreed we would both get telephone confirmation of the other's identity before either of us gave special permission.
Oh, Christ.
Here's the telephone, dear. And remember, better safe than cut up into tiny pieces by a maniac pretending to be me.
Hang on. It's ringing. Burnham CID? Yes, have you got an Inspector Venice in your department? Thank you very much indeed.
Well?
Oh, they've never heard of you.
Damn! Anyway, what's for supper? Smells
They
great.
have never heard of an Inspector Venice.
Well, probably just a joke. We're always having jokes, you know, down the station.
You're not a policeman, are you?
No, I'm not.
Then what are you?
A maniac.
A maniac, you say? A mad maniac. Already, you see, we're finding out new things. Now, Frank, I want you to take a deep breath through your mouth. Fine. Now, I'd like you to breathe out through your nose, okay? In through the mouth, out through the nose. In through the mouth, out through the nose. Do you know what that is called, Frank? This is called intraoral extranasal respiratory relaxant therapy. And as the name implies, this is an American technique. Now, tell me about your dream.
I find myself in a corridor in a large house just outside Taunton. And Prince Edward is running towards me. He's about to bowl a cricket ball at me, and I haven't got a bat. Prince Edward is running in to bowl, and I haven't got a bat. What does that mean? But suddenly, I find it isn't Prince Edward after all. It's Bob Holness. You know, Blockbusters.
Yeah.
Bob Holness. Bob turns to me, and I catch sight of his face, and it's twisted. It's a grinning mask of contorted hatred and frenzy. And I look down, and I find I have got the bat.
Yeah.
I didn't have a bat when it was Prince Edward, but I did when it was Bob Holness. Why? Why? Why am I mad?
Mad? Now, Frank, mad is not a word I like to use. Let's just say that half of us is always mad, disordered, wild, and the other half is sane, rational, in control.
Oh, I see. You mean there's two sides to every person?
No, I mean the two of us. Half of us is sane, that's me, and the other half is mad, that's you, Frank.
I must say, you seem rather unorthodox. The last man I saw just gave me a couple of fillings.
Dentistry has made many advances, Frank.
Obviously. What about the history of psychiatry?
Well, we could take you back to Victorian times if you're that bothered.
Go on, then.
We present drawing room melodrama Gaslight, in which I, a Victorian lady, lie pale and fragile on a daybed, examined by a bewhiskered medic.
Yes. Interesting. Damned interesting. You say you feel well enough, apart from these lapses of memory.
Oh, a little tired, perhaps, but otherwise.
My wife is tired, Doctor. She tires very easily. All the time I beg her to rest, to go to sleep.
Yes, well, that's probably a good idea.
So, Doctor, what is your opinion? What is your professional opinion?
Please don't hide anything from me, Doctor. I don't think I could bear it.
Yes, Doctor, please be perfectly candid. Is my wife insane? Is she dangerously barking mad, or what is it?
Well, now, Mr. Trevelyan, I have examined your wife as thoroughly as I can under the circumstances, and can find no evidence of what you might call physical illness.
Physical illness?
Yes, Doctor. My wife and I noticed that you said physical illness.
I did.
Physical. You've said nothing so far about her mental condition. Is my wife starking up a tree like a mad parrot, or isn't it?
You will understand, of course, that I am a physician, not a psychiatrist. However...
Yes, Doctor. However, you feel that she is out of her loopy tree.
Yes, Doctor, am I mad? Am I losing my mind?
Well, I wouldn't like to go quite as far as that.
Oh. But of course, Doctor, that is just your opinion.
Yes. I am a little worried about your feet, though.
I beg your pardon?
You have it.
Her feet have lost all capacity for human reasoning. They are behaving wildly, irrationally. They are off their onions, or how much?
I'm afraid both feet are quite mad.
Oh, thank the Lord.
Indeed, quite mad is much better than being very mad, or indeed utterly bonkers mad. Luckily, her madness is not in the brain, but in the ankles.
Well, I have some bad news for you both.
What?
What's that noise?
That, ladies and fellas, is the sound of a scraping barrel. Yes, ladies and lads. You know, which indicates that the sketch has no ending whatsoever. You see, when the fluffy pink polymath Mr. Sir Fry gifted me these lost lumps of 1990s sketch comedy over a Knickerbocker Glory at the Ritz back in 2017, that's true, that really happened. There were vast oceans of unperformed skits, monologues, vox pops, and tuneless songs. However, this being the third full show of completely unused material, it has become too tempting to flaunt some of the comic ideas which ultimately went nowhere. So when you hear this sound, I'm afraid it means that the sketch simply just stops mid-thought without any kind of payoff whatsoever. And of course, I couldn't be expected to write ersatz comedy of the red-hot temperature that Stephen and Hugh used to manage back in the day, could I, my colleagues?
No.
Indeeding. So, for now, here's a classic sketch set in Minsk, Little in 1933, entitled quite simply, Who Killed Maureen? Or rather, The 7 Functional Arses of Maxwell Fernit.
Thank you for seeing me, Dr. Anderson.
It's Mr. Actually, I'm a consultant.
I'm sorry. The plaque outside said Anderson. I have an appointment with you, Dr. Mister.
Anderson.
No, Dutton's the name. The appointment was for 11 o'clock. Your receptionist did say you were expecting me.
That's right. Do come in and sit down, Mux Dutton.
It's Prime Minister, actually.
I'm sorry?
My parents, I'm afraid, set their sights rather high, christened me Prime Minister. Silly, I know.
Heavens.
Oh, I know, you should worry. They christened my brother Pope.
Dear me. And what does he do?
The Pope? Well, he's the spiritual head of the Roman Catholic Church and Bishop of Rome.
I meant your brother.
Oh, my brother. He's a satanic child abuser with a major high street clearing bank.
Oh, much the same thing then, really, isn't it? Yeah.
See, you don't want to know about my family.
That is true.
Yes. You are a plastic surgeon, I'm given to understand and believe and credit.
That's right.
So what do you think?
About what?
My face, mate. My dial, my fizzog, my boat race. What do you reckon?
Lovely?
Oh, come on. Let's have it from the hip. Be honest. I can take it.
I suppose you mean your nose? I mean, you'd like it straightened, perhaps?
My nose? There is nothing wrong with my nose.
Sorry.
I'm talking about my age. Look at me.
Miss Dutton, you cannot simply...
Prime Minister.
Oh, Prime Minister, sorry, Prime Minister. You look perfectly youthful to me. You would appear to be in your early 30s, plenty of skin tone and tightness. You cannot surely be contemplating plastic surgery for that reason.
No, you missed my point. You missed my point exactly. Look around you, Dr. Mister. What do you see? Where's the power?
Well, there's a socket against the wall there, and another the other side of the fireplace.
No, I'm talking about the real power in this world. It's with the establishment, the media gurus, the editors, politicians, judges, and mandarins. Old money. The Garrett Club Mafia and the denizens of White's and the Carlton Club. The youngest of them are in their late 60s, early 70s. Most of them are balding, with great blotchy faces and grey paunched, with years of alcohol abuse and red noses and ingestions of rich gravies, you know.
I don't quite understand.
I want a face drop.
Ah.
I want hanging jowls and wobbly chins like Jeremy Clarkson. I want gin blossoms on my cheeks and thinner, white hair. I want more fat under the eyes.
I see.
Good.
You must understand, Prime Minister, that this is a most unusual request.
Well, yes, I mean, as to that, well, there it is, but, can you do it?
If you were to wait a number of years, nature would take its course, Prime Minister.
Look, Mister.
Anderson. Never mind.
I want power. I want respect. I want to be able to make pointless, bigoted, crusty and vain remarks like Nigel Farage and get away with it. I want to send innocent people to prison. I want to be like Anne Widdecombe and say revolting things about minorities and still get my hideous face on question time. I want power and respect, and I won't get these things in this country unless I'm flabby, blotchy, drunken, wobbly-jowled, balding, paunchy, wrinkled, claret-guzzling, incontinental fool. Do you understand?
There is force and power to your argument, Prime Minister.
So you'll do it?
I'll do it.
Excellent.
Here. Now we present the exciting espionage thrills of The Department. As the famous Major Alan Tarrant wakes up groggily in the familiar surroundings of his own home.
Fresh taramasalata.
Aha! So, the famous Major Alan Tarrant. I am indeed honored to face so worthy an adversary.
Go to hell.
No, you go to hell, Major. I am going to High Wycombe. They tell me there will be fresh lobster on the flight.
Look, spare me the victory speeches. You've won, all right? Just get it over with.
Get it over with? My dear Major Alan Tarrant, where is your sense of theatre?
Darling, what's happened to the music? I thought that... What's going on here? Alan?
Come in, my dear.
Look, just leave her out of this, will you? She's just...
Nonsense! The more, the merrier. Join the party, my dear. Perhaps you could begin by pouring 2 glasses of that most excellent malt whiskey. We have a little time before the submarine arrives.
Look, Muller, I'll call you what I want. I'm telling you, she's just a stupid, ignorant, hysterical, hormonally unbalanced bitch cow who couldn't even spell her own name out of a paper bag. Let her go.
I wonder if you are in a position to demand anything, my dear Tarrant. Aren't you overlooking something?
Look, haven't you and your sort done enough already?
Dear lady, we have barely begun. What you have witnessed here tonight is just the hors d'oeuvre in a banquet of destruction.
What's for dessert?
The end of European democracy, Major Allen. And then with the cheese, I thought we might have the overthrow of Western civilization.
You bastard with the cheese.
Too rich for your blood, perhaps. No matter.
And what about the innocent people? Have you thought about them?
Innocent! Which of us is innocent in this wicked world?
That's a good point, actually. Yeah, no, that's fair enough.
Yeah. Wonderful. Well, in that case, if you do not mind, I have to check in with my team on a Zoom call, give them the good news that I have, shall we say, deactivated the great Major Alan Tarrant, and soon the whole department will be ours.
Go you on ahead, then.
Right. Blip, 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 blip. Evil department. Mother Goose has unusually fat ankles.
The operation was concluded with the loss of only 2 of our operatives.
You are late, number 7.
Sorry, I had to get some cheese. My wife's basically making a... We didn't have any cheese, basically.
Proceed, number 12.
Overall profit on this operation, including sale of the journeyman space probe to the Chinese government, $114 billion.
The result is satisfactory. Number 7. Your report.
Oh, me, right, yes, okay, right. Well, not a bad month, really, considering we had this bug going round and a lot of people... did anyone here have it? I mean, I woke up on a Wednesday, felt fine, then at lunchtime...
Your report, number 7.
Yes, righto. I haven't actually written anything down, but, well, at least I did, but Sophie, who's my youngest, you
Number 7.
Hello.
You were assigned the objective of fatally undermining the morale of the British people. What progress has been made?
Well, let's see. I managed to get Woman's Hour moved from 2 o'clock to 10 o'clock in the morning, which got a lot of people quite upset.
What else?
What else? All Sunday papers have those little shiny brochures that fall out onto the kitchen floor when you open the magazine. I mean that's assuming you open the magazine in your kitchen. If you open it on a bus, the brochures aren't going to find their way to your kitchen and lie down on the floor. Although that's something that we may be working on.
That is all you have achieved?
That, and of course, I have finally thwarted the Honourable Operative Major Alan Tarrant, star spy of the department.
Have you really?
Yes, I have. He's just... And his wife... Oh.
What?
They've sodded off.
Number 7.
Yes?
You know the price of failure.
It's quite a lot, isn't it?
Members of the organization who fail in their missions will have their characters written out with quite a quick scene change.
Later that day in Whitehall.
Alan. Glad you could join us. You know Admiral Farquharson, I believe?
Admiral.
Good afternoon, the great Major Alan Tarrant. How's the model coming along?
It's getting there.
Model? Something I should know.
Last time Alan and I worked together, he was building a model.
Really? What of?
I'm making a box of matches out of bits of old warship.
Surprising, wouldn't you say? Man like that.
I gave up being surprised by Major Alan Tarrant a long time ago. You know, he once watched an entire episode of The Krypton Factor.
No.
Yep, and the show was never seen again. Now then, Alan, I suspect you're wondering what all this is about.
With respect, sir, I'm not paid to wonder. I'm paid to do.
Yeah, but one of the things you do surely is wonder, isn't it?
Wondering is a luxury I can't afford.
Really?
May I, Sir Richard?
Of course.
We have a problem, Major. A sticky one.
Is there another kind?
Oh, yes, I should say so.
Sir Richard.
Sorry.
Ever seen one of these before, Alan?
A stapler?
Yes.
Yeah, it's a Rexel Taurus, 56 half-inch staples, comes in black, red or blue.
Ha! I told you he was good.
No. I told you he was good.
Did you?
I assume there's a point to all of this.
There's a point. There's always a point, all right, Alan.
If it came to it, and I'm not saying it will, I'm saying if.
Understood.
Do you think you could use one of these?
You mean?
I think you know what the Admiral is saying, Alan. He's asking you whether you'd be prepared to staple two pieces of paper together.
If it came to it. And I'm not saying it will.
He's not saying it will. He's saying if.
Dunno, it's been a long time.
Been a long time for all of us, Alan. Too long, I sometimes think.
And if I say no? Turn round and walk out of here? Pretend none of this ever happened?
That is, of course, you're right. Nobody is forcing you to do this thing.
What say you, Alan? Give it a go.
And the pieces of paper. I'm not saying I'll do it, but if...
Sir Richard and I understand perfectly. Over there's two pieces of paper for you. Major, now.
If he does it, it'll be his decision. You do not push a man like Major Alan Tarrant.
You're right, of course.
Come on, man. Come on, man. You can do it. You can do it. Do it for Marjorie. Do it for Marjorie. After all, you do only live at least, maybe once.
Good man, Alan!
Thank you, Major. That's not just from us. Thank you for your service to this country.
Anytime, gentlemen. Anytime. Good evening.
The nation thanks you.
Thank God he's on our side.
Look, can we talk somewhere else? There's a place round the corner does fabulous spaghetti carbonara. Come on, no shillying and precious little shallying either.
Sorry to interrupt. May I just tell you about the fish of the day? He's a red mullet called Wayne. One day, Wayne was swimming along in the sea with all his brothers and sisters, playing some fishy games like pretend to be a lump of rock or something. And then this great big net sort of came out of nowhere and scooped him up onto the deck of a boat where he thrashed around for a couple of hours, slowly dying of asphyxiation. Enjoy!
I don't know, I just can't read novels anymore. I open a novel and it says something like, Simon Thurston straightened his tie, ran a distracted hand through his unruly mop of blonde hair, and pushed open the door marked private. And all I can think of is, no, he didn't. It's made up. Don't get sucked into this. It's a lot of made up nonsense.
Ding-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling.
Hello. Are you open?
Yes, indeed, sir.
Oh, good. I saw the lights were on, and the door was open, and the sign saying open, but I wasn't absolutely sure.
No, well, we are open.
Good. Well, I thought I'd check.
Very wise.
I didn't want to buy something, walk out of the shop with it, get home, unwrap it, try it on, and then discover you were closed.
We are open, sir.
Oh, excellent. Good.
So,
Can I help you at all, sir?
Oh, no, it's all right. I'll wait for one of the assistants.
I am an assistant.
Are you?
Yes, sir.
Oh, lorks. I mean, I saw you standing there behind the counter, advising people on their purchases and then taking money from them and putting it in the till. But I thought you might have been a tourist or something.
No, I am an assistant.
Oh, good.
Can I help you at all?
Do you sell socks?
Ah, we do indeed, sir.
Thought so. I saw these woolen things hanging up in the window, sort of foot-shaped, with a hole where a person's leg could easily come out of, but I wasn't 100%.
We sell socks, sir.
I'd like one, please.
Sir?
I'd like to buy a sock, please.
A sock.
Yes.
One sock.
Please.
Yes. Our socks usually come in pairs, sir.
Pairs?
Yes, sir.
Twos, you mean?
Yes, sir. Twos.
Ah, well, that's rather thrown my calculation.
Has it?
Are they cheaper in twos?
Much cheaper, sir. Same price for two as for one.
Ah, buy one, get one free sort of thing.
Precisely.
You ought to put some posters up.
I'm sure we will.
You don't,
What?
bit difficult this, you don't sell used socks by any chance, do you?
Used socks?
Yes.
No.
That's funny.
Is it?
Yes, it is. Immensely funny, because...
Ah, the sound of a scraping barrel once again. Yes, ladies and patriarchs, we now come to the special section of the show which I particularly have a kink in calling the Valley of the Scraping Barrel.
Oh,
hey.
that's very exciting. Will a sketch develop a comic idea and arrive at an amusing conclusion, or just reach a tragic barrel scrape?
Let's spin the wheel of unperformed sketches and find out.
Spare any change, missus?
I'm not going to give you any money, actually. No, I'm not. Would you like to know why?
Sorry?
Would you like to know why I'm not going to give you any money?
Well,
Because it won't do any good, that's why. It won't do any good, therefore there's no point, therefore I'm not going to do it. Quod aderat demonstratum. Do you see?
well, it'll buy a cup of tea.
Yes, but what good is that? There is suffering everywhere in the world. What good is there in you having a nice cup of tea when millions of people are dying whilst I utter this sentence?
Well, it'll taste nice.
Yes, but what good is that? There's no good in it tasting nice when millions of people aren't going to taste it. You having a nice cup of tea won't do any good. Do you see? It's no good.
You'll feel better.
Will I? Will I really? Will I feel better when for giving you money for a cup of tea so that you can have a nice cup of tea that tastes nice? Will that really make me feel better when I know that another 5 million people have just died in this last 2 seconds?
But not giving me a cup of tea won't do any good either.
Is that really an answer? Am I really further on for knowing that?
Well, if your reason for not doing something is that doing it won't do any good, then you may as well say that not doing it won't do any good either, so you may as well do it.
Yes, but what that will do, huh? It won't do any good.
Neither will not doing it.
Well, you said that. You said that, and I took that point on board. Not doing it won't do any good.
So you may as well do it.
I've enjoyed our little chat, I must say.
Do you mind me asking you something?
What?
Where's the action round here?
I beg your pardon?
The action, nightclubs, discos, action.
I'm afraid I don't know. I don't know this area.
Yeah? Where you from?
Bristol.
You're American?
No.
Bristol, England?
Yeah.
Ah, I've been to America.
Really?
Oh, for sure. Yeah, serious. I've been to the States.
Excellent.
Are there a lot of pretty girls in Bristol, England?
9, I think.
In the States, there are more than 9.
Good Lord, really?
Yeah, serious. God for them. In the States, there are a lot of pretty girls.
Well, that's pretty fabulous, isn't it?
That's why I went there.
You old devil.
Yeah, I like pretty girls. I always like pretty girls. I think maybe there are not so many pretty girls in London, England.
So, you'll be going back to America, will you?
Oh, not for me. I go home to Amsterdam.
Amsterdam, Holland?
For sure, Amsterdam, Holland. There are a lot of pretty girls there.
Well, I mustn't keep you then.
But in Amsterdam, we don't have such good rock and roll.
I beg your pardon?
Here in London, the rock and roll is very good. In Amsterdam, I think maybe the rock and roll is not so good.
Oh, well, swings and roundabouts.
Yeah, serious. Godverdamme. You like Bruce Springsteen?
Why did I know you were going to ask me that?
Springsteen is very big in Holland.
Is he?
Oh yeah, so big. In Holland, Springsteen is huge, enormous, massive, like you wouldn't believe. We have to feed him with yogurt from Fire Engine.
This is the poetry shop.
Yes, indeed, sir.
Have you got a good rhyme for parcel?
Rhyme for parcel. A rhyme for parcel. Rhyme for parcel.
Parcel, yeah.
Yep, got some here.
Oh, thanks. I'll take them all. Let me have a look. Castle, yeah, good. Marcel, yeah. What's this? Cupboard? Cupboard doesn't rhyme with parcel.
I'm sorry, I don't know how that got in there.
What about orange? Have you got anything that rhymes with orange?
I'm sorry, sir. I just don't have anything in rhymes with orange.
Silver?
Oh, we did have some rhymes with silver, actually, but I'm afraid the last one's just gone.
Oblige?
Wish I could help.
Oh dear. Have you tried the oh no, that's your line.
Have you tried the verse shop in the high street?
I've just come from there.
No. How soon do you need them?
Well, it's for tonight, really.
Oh dear.
I was going to write a big poem.
For how many?
8.
Any of them called Nigel?
Yeah, yes, one of them is called Nigel, actually.
Well, for oblige, you could always have Nige, you know. If I just tear off this bit here.
Oh, thank you very much. I suppose that'll do.
Yeah. I've got a special offer on rhymes for bit, but they are quite saucy.
I don't think so. My girlfriend's mother will be there.
Darling,
Yes, darling?
did you go outside, as I asked, and look at the swing?
The what, darling?
The swing, darling, the children's swing.
The swing, did you say?
Yes, darling, the swing. The swing. Did you take a look at it?
Well, I looked at it, yes. Seems to be buggered.
Well, it's Zach's birthday tomorrow. It would be lovely if you could fix it.
I think it's the retaining lug.
What's a retaining lug, darling?
It's a thing husbands mention when they don't want their wives to know that they haven't the faintest idea what they're talking about.
And what's wrong with the retaining lug, darling?
I think it's fouling the main bearing.
And you can't do anything about it?
Tell you what, I'll get someone over. Hand me the yellow pages, will you?
Darling, I'm up to my elbows in washing up gloves.
All right, let's see. Swings. Here's one. Hello, is that the person I'm talking to? Yeah. Jeff Price, 84 Lennox Drive. Got a swing that isn't working. Not sure. No, just knackered, that's all. Yeah. Could you? That would be much appreciated. Yes, thank you.
How much does it charge?
Sorry, my wife's just...
How much?
Just wondering what sort of charge. Really? Is that usual? No, well, fine, if you could.
Well?
£2,000 an hour.
Oh, seems rather steep.
Apparently he's the best. Doesn't do home visits. If I get the swing in the Volvo and take it over to him right away, he'll do what he can.
How does he know we have a Volvo?
Yes, she said Volvo. Okay, that's enough scraping barrels for one evening. On with a top-grade rejected comedy.
It's strange to think, isn't it, that all those years ago a child was born in the Middle East and that one day he would buy Harrods.
A man enters a bar. It was an iron bar. No, he goes into a bar. He walks into a bar, that's it. A man walks into a pub. It was an iron pub. Henry Cooper used to do that one. Tommy Barr used to walk into that one. Oh no, that can't be right!
And if you don't like the shape, you can always scrape a bit out with your finger.
On the bottom. Right on the bottom. Say made in Korea. Don't know what made him say that.
I've got 3. Amanda, Lucy, and little Emma. Just the 3. I'm a busy woman. I think 3 lesbian lovers is plenty.
Well, what you want to do is take the second left, first right, first left, and third right at the lights. Then you keep absolutely dead straight until you hit the Ural Mountains. Then it's left, right, straight over the railway. Then it's signs saying Peking all the way. Once you get there, you're looking for the old bridge across the canal. Second left, dodge right, park up anywhere round there, and ask for the Golden Dick. Best pancake roll you'll ever have.
Ding dong.
Yeah?
Detective Inspector Sergeant Colin Lewis.
Yeah?
Mr. Lenny Munt.
Yeah?
You are the owner of an American Pit Bull Terrier 4XXXXXX.
Yeah?
Does your dog have a name, Mr. Munt?
Yeah!
What is it?
Yeah!
The dog's name is Yeah.
Yeah!
Well, Mr. Munt, it seems that 20 minutes ago, your dog Yeah attacked a number of people on the Silverdale estate.
Yeah?
The dog has caused a number of serious injuries. 3 people are receiving treatment in hospital at this moment.
Fantastic.
We had no choice but to destroy your dog, Mr. Munt.
Yeah?
Yeah! We had to destroy Yeah!
Where is he then?
His body is at the police station at this moment.
Are you feeding him?
No, he's dead, Mr. Munt.
Don't want to feed him. He's useless if he isn't hungry.
Well, of course, he's pretty useless now he's dead, Mr. Munt.
You killed him then?
We had no choice, Mr. Munt. He was attacking...
What did you blow him away with? A Magnum 357?
I'm sorry.
You should have told me. I'd have come down to watch that. Blow his brains out, stupid dog.
Did you know the dog was violent, Mr. Munt?
What?
Did you know he was violent?
He's great with kids.
Was he?
Fantastic with kids, yeah. He grabs them by the throat and shakes them. It's great.
Mr. Munt, I have to ask you a rather difficult question now.
Yeah?
It concerns your motive for actually keeping a dog like this.
Yeah?
Yeah, exactly. Are you ready for the question, Mr. Munt?
Yeah.
Is your penis quite incredibly small?
You what?
Your penis penis? Is it really quite so extraordinarily minuscule that you feel it necessary to own a dog like Yeah?
You what?
We need to know, you see, for statistical purposes. Research has already shown that people who own these dogs have penises of less than half an inch long. But we need to know whether yours is considerably smaller than that. Do you mind opening your flies, Mr. Munt?
Get off!
We have a warrant here, Mr. Munt, signed by a magistrate and giving us the right to search your trousers. Good Lord. Pretty much as we expected. Negligible!
Negligible though it may be, however, there is a solution, and we take you to the magical penis enlargement clinic.
Ah, hello, Mr.
Bench lover.
Bench Lover. Do sit down. Now, what can I do for you?
Well, this isn't easy.
Of course it isn't. If it was, everyone would do it.
Right. Well, I've been reading with considerable interest a series of reports in the angling press about techniques of enlargement.
Yes?
Pioneered, I'm given to understand, by your good self. You are the leader in your field, so they tell me.
I wouldn't say leader, Mr. Bench Lover. It's not a competition. I'm the best, certainly, but not the leader.
Right. Well, to be brutally underdeveloped with you, I could do with a spot of enlarging.
Penis.
Sorry?
You want your penis enlarged?
Well, I hadn't thought of that. But now you mention it...
£1,200 per additional centimetre is the rate, Mr. Bench Lover. Does that frighten you?
Well, it's a lot, certainly.
It is a lot, Mr. Bench Lover, but unfortunately for you, I drive a huge car which uses enormous quantities of petrol.
Oh, can't you just switch to a Fiat Cinquecento?
As soon as I receive a fax informing me that hell is completely frozen over, I may well consider a Fiat Cinquecento. Until then, however...
Got you. Well, 2 inches then, I suppose.
£2,400. Plus tip.
Oh, I think so.
Yes, you'll be wanting that, yes. Now, tell me, if you'd be so kind, your reasons for seeking phalloplastic enhanciology.
Reasons?
Reasons?
I don't know, really. I just think it might make me a nicer person. You know, more at peace with myself. Less aggressive. Less...
Cocky.
I suppose so, yes. Yeah, less cocky.
Bollocks.
They don't seem to matter so much, do they?
Bollocks to it making you a nicer person. But it could save you an absolute fortune in dog food. So, trousers down and I'll get the Dettol.
Hooray!
It's been known for quite a long time that the cane toad, or Bufus marinus, secretes a powerful hallucinogenic substance, and that if you lick one of these toads for long enough, you will get quite a hit from it. And I've licked quite a few toads in my time, although I didn't know about the drug thing. I was just, doing it to pass the time. But then I discovered something else, which is not nearly as wide known. That is, you can get an even bigger hallucinogenic experience if you lick the Home Secretary, Yvette Cooper. Like all big discoveries, this one happened quite by chance, and I found myself in the Three Feathers pub just off Whitehall one evening, and I turned round intending to put my tongue into the ear of the woman I was with, but she dropped her can of mace on the floor, so she bent down to pick it up, and I leant over her and accidentally licked this person standing at the bar. Well, she turned round and said, "What do you think you're doing?" And I said, "Oh, sorry there's been a terrible misunderstanding." And almost immediately I started to get these warm, buzzy feelings in my stomach, and all the lights in the pub started to get this amazing purple glow around them. Well, I had this incredible trip, and later someone said that the person I'd licked was the Home Secretary, so obviously I started to follow her around, hoping I'd get the chance to lick her again. And I've managed to lick her 9 times now. And every time it's been a wonderful experience, so obviously I started wondering whether it was just Yvette Cooper or whether you could get a hit from any cabinet minister. Well, you can, because David Lammy is an amazing hit, like really amazing. And unfortunately, he doesn't taste very nice. But, worth trying anyway. Liz Kendall was probably the best one of all, I mean, I was flying for a couple of days after licking that. But she's difficult to get close to. With Streeting, well, I'll never know. I licked him once when he was on a walkabout at an umbrella factory in Solihull, and I was immediately sick, so we'll never know whether that works. But Sir Keir Starmer tastes of nothing at all and does nothing at all. And I know I shouldn't be recommending the use of substances on this show, but as far as I know, there is nothing illegal about licking Yvette Cooper. So if you see her, if you get the chance.
combat situation, you would be dead meat, mister. If you'd have been some sort of gook, I would have burned you away and had your arse for breakfast. You're not a gook, though, are you? No. Gooks don't wear anoraks, as far as I can ascertain. No, that's a good point. You may pass, friend.
Do I need you to help me? Yes. I seem to have come without my arsing blind dog. Perhaps you could find him for me? His name's Bugger Off.
Might I be permitted to buy you a drink? Just a drink, no ties, no commitments, no promises. I see you've got one. Perhaps you'd like another one. Put it behind your ear for later. Or alternatively, the money I would have spent on your drink I could give to a charity of your choice. I don't care that you're a lesbian. That's a challenge.
My daddy told me failure isn't a word we know. Go out there and tear their lungs out. Your mother and I have spent every last penny on this. Go out and kick butt till it bleeds, Tiger. And remember, there's no pressure. And you know, I never once lost a single game of Pass the Parcel.
A lot easier if there was just one, wouldn't you say? Just one smell.
Oh, dear. You're not going to announce that you want to come out of the cupboard as a gay sexual, are you? I don't care that you're married. So was Oscar Wilde. Doesn't mean a thing. Plenty of gay sexuals have been married. Hasn't stopped them coming out of cupboards. Look at Sir Ian McGaskell.
Poldersley is a kind of fungus that grows on the inside of car tyres, and our brothers in arms from across the water have made quite a brouhaha over Poldersley. Lord save us all from Americans, but you have to admire their teeth.
Hello? You must be cold. You must be sitting there. Let me get you a cup of warming. Big if I can manage. I've already had a warming. It was only a small, and rather a quick, and a stupid, shoddy, and badly thought out. God save our gracious King, long live our noble King. God save Queen,
On your
King,
place
King.
on the honours list. Welcome to Buckingham Palace, MBEs to the left, OBEs to the right, Coopers in the middle, and knighthoods on this side. Please, yes, come this way, Mr. Fry.
Exciting, isn't it?
I'm sorry?
All this knighthood malarkey. Are you,
Yes, Knight Commander of the Bath.
me too. Bath. Funny. What about you?
Same.
Oh, right. What did you do then?
Do?
To get one of these?
Oh, property.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I rent residential property to Chinese and Asian immigrants throughout Manchester and Liverpool.
Right. Interesting work.
Moderately.
Moderately, yeah. What about you?
I beg your pardon?
What did you do to get a knighthood?
I sold 500,000 tons of detroxin gas to the Iraqi government.
Right.
Detroxin, yes, mustard gas.
Oh, terrific, yeah. Well, you two are pretty hot stuff.
Thank you.
Probably want to know what I'm doing here?
Emphatically interested.
Yes, incandescent with excitement to know.
Have a guess, then.
You manage a youth club.
No. Go on.
You run a special baked beans-based charity for sufferers of cystic fibrosis or something.
No, you're miles off.
Really?
I'm the guy who made BBC News a fascist propaganda outfit.
Oh, how disappointing. Oh, dear, I don't want to mix with the likes of you. Scrape a barrel, somebody.
Josie, I believe you've made an amazing discovery.
I have indeed, Lemmy. And I went to Thorpley Weston in Derbyshire and I discovered an amazing discovery, right? A discovery that has, I must say, top government scientists absolutely baffled.
I've never seen anything like it in all my born days.
Would you consider yourself extremely baffled?
Absolutely baffled!
There you go. No one here seems to be able to explain it. Maybe it's time we acknowledge that scientists don't always have all the answers.
Maybe it's time indeed. What an amazing discovery. I'm still reeling myself, to be honest. Bilbo.
Now we come to our final sketch, set somewhere in a shop, somewhere in a city, which is probably London. And this sketch is called Cigars. Thank you.
Good morning.
I beg your pardon.
I said good morning.
Oh, sir, have you not heard?
Heard what?
Oh, sir.
What?
Sir, I think I'm a generous man, and I will happily bear many things. Burdens, architectural downloads, even perhaps on fine summer days, your children. But bad tidings, sir. Bad tidings are too much for an inelastic old fool such as you are currently experiencing, even to bear.
Bad tidings?
Suffice to say, he's expected to make a full recovery.
Who is?
Call Nick Ross.
What?
Call Nick Ross is doing as well as can be expected. Meanwhile time, a nation can only hold its breath in silent prayer and reflect in its quieter moments that flu can be a horrible and a very beastly thing.
Nick Ross has got flu.
Call Nick Ross is, according to sources close to Call Nick Ross, ill with the flu, sir, yes. How callous and casually violent your airy description of the goodness of the morning now sounds in mine ears.
Right. I'd like to buy a box of cigars, please.
Ah, cigars, of course, for smoking.
Well, yes.
Well, yes. Did two finer words in our language ever join hands and creep nervously down the aisle of utterance than well, yes? If they did, it was without the help of a reputable catering firm. Of that I am absolutely tall.
What else would I use cigars for?
Sir, the thought flitted across my knees that you might be thinking of using cigars as a means of personal transport around the crowded streets of our city. They are small, manoeuvrable, easy to park, and use almost no petrol.
But they don't move.
Sir is quick and alive to the single disadvantage of cigars in this respect. They do not, as Winston Churchill himself would not have been ashamed to say, move.
Well, no, I want to smoke them.
Sir wants to smoke cigars. He wants to take them out of the box, singly or in threes, put them in his mouth lengthways, and apply a flame to the furthest end. Do I misjudge my man so terribly? I think not.
No, that's bang on.
Right, so does Sir imagine that he will be in a dressed state of affairs when the mood of ensmokement descends?
I beg your pardon?
Will Sir be sheathed in habiliments? I am in the rapidly expanding business of wondering. Or will he be allowing the breath of God to caress his flinty flanks unhindered by layers of silk and oblique stroke or corduroy?
I'll be dressed, yes.
Sir will be dressed. Will he, in this consummately dressed state, be in the company of 4 young walls and a ceiling, or will he be starkly alone?
Outside?
I believe that the young Francis Bacon coined the term outside to describe just such a state of exteriority as I have been fumbling to express.
I doubt I'll be smoking outside.
Let me reach down now into my word bag once again and feel for fitting shapes and textures to pull out and surprise you with. Ah, my word fingers close around dressed, and they sense the smooth outlines of inside. Sir will be experiencing the fumal joys of his cigaroid pleasure cocks while dressed and while inside. I hardly think I can put it more plainly than that!
Forgive me for asking, but what on earth has it got to do with anything, whether or not I'm inside or outside, nude or clothed?
Nude! Nude! Of course, nude, he said, smiting his brow with the back of his mind. Nude was the very word I could have used earlier. It would have saved us 100 syllables of pointless and unutterably tedious exchange earlier on. Why did I not simply say, will Sir be nude? My aunt and my cousin, a cinema projectionist in Hove as was, will never forgive me.
You haven't answered my question.
I am now busy until the end of the month, wondering if Sir will allow me to answer his simple, manly question with one of my own.
Oh, very well.
You are kindness herself.
Well,
Sir?
what is your question?
Stand back to admire it, sir, because though I say so without an interpreter, it's the best question asked since man first arose from out of the primordial cup of soup and asked, what is the word for that tiny sleeve of plastic at the end of a shoelace? My question is this, and it comes without sponsorship of any kind. What are you doing here?
Well, I think I'm trying to buy some cigars.
Some cigars. Oh, sir, that is the most vest-dampening attitude I have heard since Michael Portillo was in here trying to buy my...
Trying to buy your...
My silence, sir. My silence. You tell me you are trying to buy some cigars. This is not a shop that sells some cigars. This is a shop that sells only the very finest cigars that sexual favors can buy. Cigars that think, cigars that feel, cigars that adjust themselves to your mood and your state of arousal.
Are you saying that you sell different cigars for indoor and outdoor use, and different cigars for being clothed or unclothed?
No, sir, I am emphatically not saying that. But I could, by God, with a fair following wind, a sip of Aqua Libra, a week's rehearsal, and a nod from you, I could say exactly that. Goodbye!
Goodbye.
Bit of a sucker for the impulse buy, I suppose. Just went in for this pair of bootlaces and got this bags and bags of shopping. I was the same when I went into the local car showroom. Just intended to buy myself a small Volkswagen Polo. Ended up buying myself all 37 cars they had in a showroom. Parking's a nightmare.
Morval handy poke, stin stain, slipwriter crant crothel, my idol morth forth crispence, Harkley trinth, bar-tide hip swelling, navelly mount, and a grillion besavi strom, slit.
So the barber said, something for the weekend, sir, and I said, a little cottage in Wiltshire would be nice. Nothing too demanding garden-wise. I'm not very good with plants.
And there they were, crouched over the body, when a voice piped up, and I don't suppose I'll forget this for a couple of days. It said, "Purple are the gardens that lie around my house." I remember it as if it were last millennium.
I go to the theatre about once a month, and I nearly always have an awful time. The government should put more money into it. That's my view. I went to the theatre yesterday, for instance. Disgrace. Only one scalpel between us, and the anaesthetist was half pissed.
It's okay. I just popped home, and I had turned the iron off after all. Now, what did you want to know? European federalism? Bollocks, more like.
I looked out of my window this morning and I realised that the whole country had moved so far to the right, we'd all fallen off the page.
Well, that's the absolute climactic amount of balls which anybody could be expected to put up with in one early evening, surely.
Yes, indeed, and almost every single word totally unperformed until this moment.
But as we limp to a close, I would like to say a disgustingly oleaginously sincere thank you, first of all to the colleagues themselves, Stephen Fry and Hugh Laurie, for gifting us this remarkable material, unseen for decades, and allowing us to give it a first ever airing in this way this evening. We hope it hasn't entirely made you vomit copiously. And who could possibly forget huge sexy thanks must be hurled mercilessly at my colleagues, Kris, Dyer and Josie Mae-Ross, for assisting me, Jem Roberts, in this official Fry and Laurie celebration, and of course, to lead us up to the earth-shattering finale, which is the name of the book without an extra S. I should invite you all to choose a very final ersatz non-official Fry and Laurie cocktail to end on, here in the sophisticated cocktaily surroundings of the Ringer Bells.
Well, Jem Roberts, my colleague,
Yeah?
what we'd like 4 foaming mugs of sophisticated silliness, otherwise known as Soupy Twists.
You have chosen exquisitely, middle-aged buffalo soldier with your buffalo stance. And so, gentle ladies and kids and Englishmen, for the cocktail known as Soupy Twists III, but to make this you need 2 rich white men, one straight, one eternally bent in the best and most half-Austrian way. Add 26 episodes of the funniest comedy sketch show ever made, and then leave to stagnate for over 30 years until poor old Muggins here comes along and finally manages to...
Jem?
Yes, my colleague.
Will you shut your weighty face off?
He's quite right to tell me to do that, really, isn't he? Yes, of course. And so, as the final cocktail of the evening begins to take form, I'll leave it to you guys to kick off our last sing-song with the totally unmagical words. Please, Mr. Music, will you play? I wear sophisticated clothes, I say sophisticated things. Everything about me says I'm a sophistication king. But when I'm with you, I can't seem to find my cool. Yeah, when I'm with you, I just sit there and I drool. I eat sophisticated food, I breathe sophisticated air, run a sophisticated comb through my sophisticated hair. But when I'm with you, I can't seem to find my cool. Yeah, when I'm with you, I nearly fall off my stool. When you look at me and you start to flirt, well, I have to wipe the dribble from the front of my shirt. When you ask me what's on my mind, all I can think to answer is I got sophisticated hands, I got sophisticated feet, a sophisticated car parked on Sophistication Street. But when I'm with you, I can't seem to find my cool. Yeah, when I'm with you, I'm such a dribbling tool. Now, Soupy Twists now.
Dancer-sizing moves. Hey! Let's Soupy twist again. That's some pink stuff. Now shake it! Here we go! I talk sophisticated bowls, I talk sophisticated bunk, I got sophisticated bowls and sophisticated junk. But when I'm with you, yeah, when I'm with you, I'm just a dribbling